gift shop? Hey! What a gift shop! What a gift shop!
Man, if you don't get your the sun was right.
Hey!
If you don't get your, I want a furry truck so bad.
Hey!
Talking trash about how you got great ones in first. Against the glass. Jet lag.
I can't see because I'm up here.
Ninja. Against the glass.
I do.
I saw it.
I push it. I push it. Sit there.
Alright, so let's not go against the glass.
Hey!
Essence.
I can't.
That was
Only clothes. Only clothes. Only clothes. Only
I like soldiers.
Only
They
clothes.
have on.
Ray Bay at the
first rock store. I was not in the rock store.
Only clothes. Only clothes. Only clothes.
All the way in She said the rock store. No. She said
Okay, so you guys ready?
it's not Shoe Depot.
Celebrate it.
Touchdown.
It's not Shoe Depot. It's Shoe Park.
Damn, you trying to kick people in the face?
I was walking around looking for
Okay,
Shoe
you guys.
Depot.
I
Bro,
was
it was
going to. We are live, you guys.
It was just
Hello, we are live.
She lied.
We're live. We're live on Become Your Magic Power Hour. And today, for the next 7 days of the Become Your Magic Power Hour, we will be celebrating Kwanzaa. And so this is the time in which we will come together and share our tradition of Kwanzaa, something that we've been doing for the last, how many years, you guys? What is years today? 8. This is the 8th year that we have been celebrating Kwanzaa. And so, cool. And so please like, share, tag a friend. But anyhow, let's get started. So where's my phone? And so every year on Kwanzaa starts on what date is Kwanzaa?
26th.
On the 26th of December, the day after Christmas. Today, shut up.
Dang.
Yeah, that could be my country.
You gonna be looking like this.
Smell that thing.
Anyway.
This one's some grease on it. Mine smells good. Mine is good.
Anyway, so every year we first of all shout out to Aunt Karen. Cool. I don't know how dark it is. Shout out to Aunt Karen, Aunt Cookie, who 8 years ago, if you see, this is the setup of the Kwanzaa. It always consists of 7 candles for the 7 days. We have the black candle that's always in the middle, and then you have 3 to the left and 3 to the right.
Color.
Red and then green.
What
And
the color
so-
represent?
Each color represents something different, and so I have this so that you guys, if this is your first time and you would like to perhaps start doing Kwanzaa in your household, to maybe give them a little bit more, I would say, purpose through the holidays. I love it. We grew up, shout out to Aunt Diane, when we were younger growing up. She always did Kwanzaa, and we've grown to love it. As a matter of fact, on the last day, I'm going to share my Kwanzaa poem I wrote back when we were young, and I was young in the beginning. So anyway, let's go back. Y'all wanted to know what the Kwanzaa is a celebration of family, community, and culture. There are 3 official Kwanzaa colors. And Essence will finish with the reading. There are 3 official Kwanzaa colors. Let them know what it is. Come on now. If I can read it, you can go. Oh, you're trying to capture my phone is cracked.
Black, red, and green.
Keep on reading.
There are 7 candles. 1 black candle, 3 red candles, and 3 green candles. Each candle represents one of the 7 principles guiding Kwanzaa. These are placed in the Mushana Sala
Ushana.
In specific order.
And that's this thing right here. This is what they call the
Ushana.
candle holder. Go ahead, baby.
Alright. Each candle is lit on a specific day. The
Lit.
Kwanzaa 7-day celebration.
Stays lit the whole time.
So it stays lit. You start always from the center. The center is for unity, which is Emoja, which is the first day, which is the black candle that as a center. Let me show you. I'm gonna let Big Man's gonna read a little bit more. Everybody's gonna get an opportunity to read so that you can get a little bit more of what Kwanzaa is before we start with the candle lighting and let you see how we have made it our tradition and what we do with it. So I want you to have the foundation so you can actually know how to go about it. Okay, so this is the order of the lighting in which what they were just talking about. The first day you light the black candle on the first day of Kwanzaa. The second day you'll light the black candle and then far left red candle. So every day you deal with a principle. You speak on that principle, you light that candle. On the next day, when you start with a new principle, you start with that black candle, which is unity, which is always going to be the center of everything, which is the whole foundation of what Kwanzaa is to come together. It was created back in 1966, I believe, from somebody who was actually living in California, but he is, I believe he's African or Swahili. I'm trying to think of what his name is. Let me see if I can Google.
Swahili.
It was, I had found it some time ago.
Jesus Christ.
So I want to give you guys some more of the definitions with it so that you guys know. And then I had all that detailed information. But anyway, the point of the matter is you start with the black, that is the unity, and then you start from the left on in. So it will be the first day that represents the first principle. You start here, you light it. On the second day, you light the black candle, and then you go to the far left, and you light that. And on the third day, you light the black candle, the far left, and then that second one over, and you do so on and so forth until you get to the 7 days, which is New Year's Day. So with today being Umoja, every year one kid gets to read the first day. So who wants to go first this year?
I'm always going last.
You want to call last. Rayvon likes to go last.
On the 7th day.
And these came with these beautiful cards. Shout out once again to Aunt Karen who sent us this whole setup. And so we always honor, we have our card that we keep at the table, which is an amazing representation of Kwanzaa. And this one, it actually has all the principles inside. So we have been learning as we are going. So here we go. This is Umoja, which is unity. Big man, here you go. Come stand over here and begin to read.
Stand.
Well, come on now. It should be giving you something.
At this time, we will have Brother Rondell Pauling Jr.
Okay, go ahead, Big. Let them know. Stand up over here so they can see you.
Don't mess it up.
Oh, that's my yeah, you can start here. First principle Kwanzaa, Umoja, and what it says, like you always do. There you go. I'm gonna do it with my phone.
Make sure the people in the back can hear you.
Yeah, big.
Yeah. Stay over there. Where you going?
Get your lover here. The first principle of Kwanzaa is Umoja. Unity to strive for and maintain unity in the family, community, nation, and race. As a prisoner of the Lord, I beg you to live in a way that is worthy of the people God has chosen to be his own. Always be humble and gentle. Patiently put up with each other and love each other. Try your best to let God's Spirit keep your hearts united. Do this by living at peace. All of you are part of the same body. There is only one Spirit of God, just as you were given one hope. When you were chosen to be God's people, we have only one Lord, one faith, and one baptism. There is one God who is the Father of all people. Not only God above all others, is above all others, but He works by using all of us, and He lives in all of us. Christ chose some of us to be apostles, prophets, missionaries, pastors, and teachers, so that His people would learn to serve and His body would grow strong. This will continue until we are united by our own faith and by our understanding of the Son of God. Then we will be mature just as Christ is, and we will be completely like Him.
Awesome. And so you hear what that is, and I love that unity. You read that so well. Everybody give Big Man a round of applause for not only stepping up when he didn't volunteer, but still standing in when he got called on. Was brave. Come on now. So that deserves a round of applause. So let's unify and celebrate him. And so Okay. All right.
You want to do a praise and worship?
Can we simmer down? Hey, our Karen on too. My
You want to do a praise and worship?
No.
We clap our hands in the sky to give you the glory.
We clap our hands to give you the praise, and we will praise you for the rest of our days. Yes. We will praise you for the rest of our. See that's unity. Us coming together just to even sing a song. I don't know. Make sure. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay. She hears. So what I want us to understand is that what unity is, emotion, what that represents is our ability to unify is as simple as singing a song together, right? By learning the words so that we can collectively have a louder, stronger voice. And so what us unifying and recognizing that how we show up and how we connect, how we collaborate, how we support one another is basically what Big Man just read, that is the body. And so when we start at the center, the body is the center of all good things, which is God, right? He is the light. And so He's given us all the power to tap into our light in order to unify with all these different principles. And so He had to use somebody in order for them to create this idea for us to take it to wherever we want to take it to. And so as we said, today is the Umoja. And at this time, who is going to put something in the cup? We're going to talk about how we're going to add better unity into 2021. So it's always going into the end of the year. So we use this opportunity to one by one understand, first of all, by reading a card, what it means to be unified, what it means to represent the body, the center, and coming together, realizing that we all need each other at some magnitude and capacity. And so if I understand that unity means that we work together, we celebrate, but it starts with your core, your center, because you can only give what you already have. So we're doing our personal work, which is why I love that you start in the middle, because the core of who you are is how you connect to everything else. So you can only unify with somebody else once you connect it with the core you. So moving forward, who wants to talk about how they're going to operate in better unity in this new year? Stinker's going to go first. Come on down, Aaron. Come on down, Aaron. Come share with us. Aaron is here. He's going to share with how he's going to operate in unity moving forward for the year of 2021. So we are thinking proactively by being intentional, by planning so that we can get what we want. So what's your plans for 2021?
Most likely just hang out with family more.
Hang out with family more?
Yeah.
And what you want to do with that time?
I don't know. Just chill, talk. I don't really talk to them that much. No.
So you're going to unify by having more meaningful conversations.
Yeah.
I love that. So Stink is going to be, operate in unity in this new season of 2021 by having more meaningful conversations. Next. Absolutely. So shout out to Sid, Aaron, and that's me. I think we all can pick up that. Can we all pick up that type of perspective? Because unity is how you vote in a room. So that's
with the number 2 pick.
With the number 2
The
pick.
Pauline
Select.
So I will want to.
I am going to.
I'm going to
Come on.
spend more time and like have fun and play have like special fun with the fam
Mm-hmm.
and like
The sound is going
have
out.
like better connections.
Sound going out.
Yeah, we can't hear.
Can you hear us?
Can't hear.
So when I
Slide
sing,
the camera up some. Slide the camera.
Which one?
yeah,
This one?
Yeah.
he said so when I sing.
Yeah, I see.
What I said was we could like spend some more time.
Is this a
together.
camera too?
I play a
So
little.
that's no,
board
you ain't gotta
games.
leave that there. That's
One
fine.
thing is play a little board games,
That's
watch
the
some
show.
movies, watch some
Make sure you
movies,
take
watch
out
some
the frame.
movies, have some fun
my
times, ride
knees
together,
Since
Laugh
you get your
together.
head in there,
together, you know.
take up the whole screen.
So I love that. So the way Big Man wants to, Rondell Jr. wants to operate in his unity is by more quality time. So I think that the pandemic, if it's taught us anything, is quality over quantity. And so the quality time is the meaningful conversations that Aaron started it out, see how it's snowballing, into meaningful time. Like, so
Time
games
spent.
and creative ways of celebrating and working with one another.
Quality time.
All quality time. So
And what's the
quality
number 3 pick?
conversations and quality time.
And
The
what's
number 3 pick
pick?
is, come on down, we're on Pauline.
What's the number 3 pick?
With the number 3 pick, let us know.
So in 2021,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be telling all y'all suckers. That's what I want.
That's what you want to do. But what can you control for unity?
You call everybody suckers though. Those are suckers for me. This is suckers for me.
I wanna.
Start taking out my room trash.
That ain't got nothing
Mine
to
just,
do with
my trash is not in the bathroom.
I wanna.
I said
Take your time, it's okay. So you understand that unity is how you're gonna
What's
work
gonna do
together
man?
to
We're gonna
create
start going to
a
help your
better.
daddy. That's what you gonna do?
Yeah.
No, don't give him no
Work
answer.
to get the man home.
No. What is the unity? How do you want to practice being unified in 2021? What different things you want to do to work on being unified? And there's
Work on my skills.
skills.
Well, I got like top level skills, but I want to get like top level.
For real.
And so and then it's going to unify
He's
us
going
now,
to exercise
because you're
with his
working on
family.
your
That's what he's
core.
Exercise with the family.
So you're going to work. No.
We need.
I want you to stop. Y'all stop. He can say what he said. So you're going to work on to unify. You're going to start with you. You're working on your personal stuff so that you can be the addition to add on. And so your answer is right. You don't have to change it. You want to work on stuff that you can work on to control what you offer. So when we're asking of you, you can have it to give. So we can operate in that. So you're going to work on your unity by doing your personal work. Because it's all about you, baby. We got you. Okay.
And what's the number 4 pick?
And the number 4 pick.
The Pauline
And
Select.
that would be
Taurus Reagan.
Taurus is in
Y'all gotta
the
move the
building.
camera back.
Yeah, definitely gotta move the camera back.
I was thinking of this answer the whole time.
Oh, you're ready. You ready?
I was gonna
Ready.
forget it.
Ready.
So to bring unity into 2021, I'm gonna work on being more vulnerable and asking for help for the people around me.
Oh, that's good. Oh, he was ready.
Think about that one.
Yes, I like that. I'm gonna borrow some of that vulnerability.
Number 50.
I like that.
The Pauline Select.
thinking about what you want to do to unify better?
Okay, so I'm going to. I'm gonna get back to doing the dishes again.
That's not a dream, yeah.
Oh, I like cook. I want to cook.
Yeah, I'm gonna help. Unity. I'm gonna help.
I mean, but unity is about doing your part. And,
Yeah,
and
my
doing
part.
your
And my part, I'm gonna
and connecting on different,
I'm
so many different levels. So you can think of it however. So you're gonna unify in how?
I'm gonna unify by helping.
And I'm gonna hold you to it. Let's speak it out loud so we can put it.
I'm
Like,
Do your own business.
so we're gonna let Serenity think for a moment.
No, she gotta answer. Go ahead, come on, girl. You waste time. Now let's go.
Go ahead.
Smarter than that now.
But you know how many times we think this is?
Yeah, so you should have some answers. They should be falling off your tongue.
But I already said it.
And you can keep on saying it because you're gonna keep on doing it.
Yes, I did. That's what I'm saying. Because I've done a lot of things for unity.
You don't remember.
So it doesn't actually really start doing it.
Oh, you wanna do
Excuse
everything.
me. So you gonna continue?
I'm
And I
gonna
would say you
continue.
are. Yeah.
I'm gonna continue
You
to do
gonna
what I
continue to do what you do.
You're gonna continue to do what you do.
Okay. All right.
So,
And with the
No,
number
she's not
6
gonna say
pick.
that.
The polling select.
No,
Yes.
Nope. Neve.
Neve, the pollen select Neve.
Hey, I mean, the polling.
Come on
Man,
out.
that
So
5
they
foot,
they definitely
4'11", 5 foot.
come right over
What you
here.
put her sneakers on?
5'3".
What you put her sneakers on? 4'11", 5 foot. What you put her sneakers on?
Okay, so
Let's go.
I'm gonna help mom with the boutique.
And that mom with the boutique.
yeah, and I think that is a very unified thing to do. I think that everybody.
Shirts and stuff.
That's right. That's right. And I received that.
Yeah, I'm gonna help her. I'm gonna help
Together we win.
Yes, the
Yeah.
driving test and drivers everywhere.
So she's gonna work on helping build her legacy.
Yes,
She's gonna
yes,
unify
honey,
that. I like it. Y'all all can follow through with her and participate. The next round
There's number
pick in the
7
building
pick.
would be Essence. You gotta come on. We cannot see you.
What's the number 7 pick?
I'm looking at this, you kid. So you gotta come on over here.
Essence. Nebula.
And so now, Essence, how are you gonna operate in Unity for 2021?
She's gonna be gone.
So I'm going to. I'm not gonna get nobody to tell me today. I'm not gonna argue with nobody. That's gonna unify the house. Cause I'm not gonna be for nobody. Period. All right. It's my last couple of months here, y'all. So don't be for me. I won't be with y'all. Take it as you can.
Well, I like that. I like that. So she's gonna make a conscious decision to keep the unity going by not adding on to conflict. By keeping her mouth closed.
I didn't say that.
Let me tell you something. Well, not keeping your mouth closed, right?
When the number 8 pick.
Only do it.
Come on, Rondell. Come on up here and close out.
Hercules Senior.
You are senior. That's so lame.
And now we're gonna we have the Zoom. So tomorrow, if you guys want to join the Zoom, let us know and we'll hit you with the link. So all of our guests in the Zoom, you can't see them, but you'll be able to hear them when they speak on the show. But if you guys, once we come around, we like to know how you're gonna share in unity moving forward for 2021. So
I'm going to have an idea to bring us all together by drum roll. Then we're gonna learn sign language. We're gonna be all somewhere so we can just talk to each other. People don't even know. Serious.
he's serious.
Take us to Hawaii.
Teach them a little bit more. We're gonna learn sign language. That's what we're gonna do. I gonna make all
So,
y'all.
the goal for Chef Ron 2021.
And I'll be like,
They can't hear me.
We didn't hear him.
Oh, y'all didn't hear him.
I said I'm gonna make everybody learn sign language.
Come on.
For real. She ready. Look,
She
she
said you said
ready.
because on Diane's time. So unity, Rondell wants us to unify and learning a new language together so that we can be a quiet storm. I love it. I'm with that.
I got one.
So that's gonna be our goal. I hope next year for Kwanzaa, when we meet here in 2020 December, we'll be signing. So that'll be our I think that'll be our goal. I love that. So we're with that. So as a family, we're gonna unify and learn to sign. Yeah, I'm about to say, and so for me,
Some of us are smarter than others. Like I'm a little bit more advanced than you all, but I will keep you up to speed.
thank you.
Can you
Essence
speak?
wants to
You
know
only
if you-
speak
2 weeks.
one
Give me 2
language.
weeks.
you speak Chinese?
Yes.
No. Can you speak French?
Yes.
So Essence, Ron, Chevron, get the light up. So we're gonna be going into the next stage after all of this. At this time, who wants to go first on Zoom? I'll end out before we light the candle. Who wants to go first on Zoom? All right, Cameron, raise that hand. Let us know how you will be operating in unity in this 2021.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna close out.
Remember temperate.
I'm going to reach out and speak with everyone.
I love that. So Cam says she's going to unify by reaching out, talking, and making an initiative to be the glue. Because we all need glue. Because I think life kind of cracks us and we kind of separate. But if there would be somebody who can show up in the gaps, that's what they say, to fill in the gaps, that you could be the glue that pulls people together to keep the conversation going. So I think that's an amazing way to unify everybody that you're connected to, because it can keep on flowing. So I celebrate that goal for 2021. Who is next?
Well, I'll go next. This is Aunt Diane.
Diane.
You can hear, okay?
Uh-huh.
And I just want to unify by getting to know everybody a little bit better. It's so long that we don't get to see each other for such long periods of time. I am hoping that we can put something together so we can unify through learning and teaching and sharing.
Yeah. So
Sign language, we'll put it together so that we can have something more positive between us, even though we're long distance away. So I look forward to seeing y'all. Hope y'all can hear me.
and we look forward to it too, and I think that's awesome too, to take your skills and gifts and talents and be able to to unify us with your thing that makes you special, to unify us, to give us a whole new language because you took the time. And so when I speak about the yard sales in life, those are the yard sales in life. When we take the thing that we paid for and offer it to somebody else to increase their quality of life. And that's what impact looks like. And so I love that we're going to unify, and as you're hearing, in people's strong suits, because they are recognizing that the center is who they are. Oh man, I didn't even know you like that. Almost got burned. Come on now. But I was
Stay lit.
Stay lit. So the flame is on. So at this time, who wants to go next? Pamela. I see Pamela's on. Do you want to share?
You gotta unmute.
I'm like, how am I in the camera? And I'm also going to read, if you guys are right now on the show, if you're watching from YouTube or on Facebook, and you would like to say how you will be unified, practicing unity for 2021, please put it in the comment and I will speak it out loud in honor of you, okay? So this is your time to let it say what you need to say as well.
So me and you's only wearing shirts.
Melissa says, yes, amen. I'm all about the sign language class, y'all. Stay lit, but don't catch her on fire. I love it. Melissa says, I know what Essence wants. She wants a dog. She knows a dog will bring the family together. Tell them, Essence, you need a sweet family dog to unify the year. You can play with my dog when we visit. Nuh-uh. No. We're not going to do that.
We can work this out.
A baby one.
Get a dog.
So you get your spot.
And so I'm gonna say the way that I'm gonna operate in unity is to continue to, as I say, learn new things, share information. What I realize above all is that the key to unifying us is our conversation. It is our ability to vote every day, is our ability to speak up with our mouths in order to fill in the gaps, right? To give perspective so that we can unify on understanding, unify on empathy and sympathy and connection and growing. And I think that once we begin to take care of the source, Umoja, we can unify because we took care of ourselves. So I want to go back to what Wade Vaughn said, that he was working on his personal work. Well, that's the key. Because in order for us to be able to hold hands, we have to first show up to the place in which the circle is being built. And so in order for us to bring our peace, we got to know where it is that we have to arrive to. And so we can work on our personal stuff when we get into the room, when we get into the areas that it is our opportunity to unify. We know what it is that we offer. We're not competing, but we are completing the circle. And so when we begin to know who we are, it's easier to unify in our own light, in our own presence, and in our own gift. And so I'm so excited that we are able to share this tradition and which have grown for us over the 8 years, this being a new beginning. And so I'm sure we are going to discover some new levels, because it is nothing different about what you learn unless you begin to apply that stuff and transform your life. So the more that you get older, the more you age, the more you understand, the more you recognize what that tool was for. So everything you've gotten that you don't know what to do with, you'll find in time how to use it. And so I think that Kwanzaa is teaching us how to use certain tools that I know will benefit us in boardrooms, in family celebrations, and just everything we do in life. Because we got to be intentional about how we show up. And so we can think about what it is that we're adding, and we can think about how what we're doing matters, that we can show up with that same spirit and energy. And so at this time, we have the cup that we drink from. And so right now, we just want to say thank you for being a part of the day one. Thank you for sharing in our tradition, in which started from the bottom. Now we're here, right? From the foundation of our family. Whoever taught my aunt, whoever taught her, and so on and so forth, is about learning and then sharing. Because as we shared Christmas, we were growing up seeing Christmas as a white Santa. And then you had Hanukkah, and it dealt, and the Jewish people had their holiday. And I love that we got opportunity to have an African-American symbolism of this time of the year that represent us, because I think we are the soul of America. We are the heart and soul. And so it starts with principles, because a lot of the stuff that we don't get credit for, our ancestors were able to come in and build a land, and we still thrive in this land without even the unification of the people who we have made so much provisions for. And so I think it's important that we celebrate how we unify in this time, that we celebrate what we do in this time. And so this is our traditions as an African-American family who has found some symbolism and principles and actually applying them, so that you're not just getting a gift because Jesus was born or Yeshua was born, but you're getting a gift because you decided to show up. You decided to bring something good. You gave, and something came back in return. Because that's the biggest principle in life. Everything you want, you create by how you give, by how you show up, and by how you unify with the people that God has placed around you. So never take your family for granted. Never take that close-knit, those moments that you had, whether it's long gone or still present. Know that every moment got you closer to figuring out what it means to combine and be the glue and become the bigger picture, which is God. We are all God pieces holding a special light. And when we come together with those pieces, we get to unify in the love that is God, because it is with all the imperfections that we create a perfect soul print that will infect the world that we know. And so that's what it's all about. So let me see if I see anything on here before we close down. Melissa says, Chef Ron Paulin, why don't you think about doing a small virtual family cast for the sign language? Charge a small fee, perhaps. I would like to learn, and I know my kids would be down for it. Just a thought. We are going to work on that so that we can pay the interpreter. Come on. So if everybody puts in, then we can pay the interpreter, and then a lot of us together can pay one bill. That's unity. So that we all can get what we need at the same time by collaborating, by connecting and taking our resources and getting the act done. Melissa says, I'm going to implement unity in a different way this year by focusing on each of my daughters and my husband's specific love language. I think even if we speak different languages, we can still unify. It takes work and growth, but I'm ready to take on a challenge like that. Hashtag unity. I love that, Melissa. And that's so intentional because you do unify the family when you see them. When you make sure that everybody is seen for the individual person or being that they are. And so I celebrate that 2021 goal because that will definitely add a whole lot of zen to your sanctuary, which is home. Brittany says, I will use more unity by collaborating with others more. Hashtag 2021. I'm with you on that, Brittany. I think that if one can bring 1,000 and two can bring 10,000, and what can 3, 4, 5, and 6 bring? It brings about change. So we unify as collaborators. We change the world we live in, and we get the opportunity to level up in ways that we've only dreamed about. Melissa responds back. Brittany Thomas, yes, I've been the essence of my 2020. And it's been the essence of my 2020 in such a joyous role. Collaboration will bring you love and light. Absolutely. I love it. Amen. Happy Kwanzaa and Merry Christmas. Today and every day should be about unity, if only for a moment a day. Collaboration is unity. Yes, I love it. Thank you. That is so awesome. That is so beautiful. At this time, let's toast. You got the cup. Any last thing you want to say before you take a sip and pass? Send him what? What are you sending in this seat? Oh, Big Man is ready. Come on, grab the cup. What do you want to say, Big?
I drunk it. I want to say, wait, since this pandemic and keeping everyone inside, this is a great time to spend time with family and you get that chance. I agree. So I love, and that's a toast. So he has made our toast for the day. And so say that again because that's everybody's toast. We're just all going to sip from a word that you have left with us. What did you say again? I said since this pandemic has everyone inside and stuff, this is a perfect opportunity to just have unity with your family and spend time.
Amen. Amen. So we love that. And so Chef, I'm about to say Chef Ron, Big Rondell, Little Rondell, look, Big Man. I know, right? So let's get it out. That's good. Anyway, a toast to, as I said, a toast to us taking this pandemic as not a reason to feel like we've been separated, but to actually be more connected, to make it count, to take care of ourselves in this time, to unify in our messages, to unify in our time. Right before we started, I love that it was making so much noise. Everybody was in here playing games. So have games, share in laughter, share in love. Make sure you enjoy this season. That's what it's all about. Unify in where you're going, in the messages. Everybody's creating vision boards for themselves. But if you have a family, create a vision board for the family, right? Create a vision board, set a goal for where you want to go as a collective, as a one, as a community. And so we celebrate you for sharing on day one, which is Umoja. Everybody, come on. Everybody say it together. Umoja. Again. Umoja. Again. Umoja. And that is unity. And so I wish you unity in your family at this time, that you would have the look. It's always a birthday candle to them. It's always, yes, he's gonna blow it because he's gonna get to blow it out because you know why? Because he set the tone.
We always I set the tone.
We gonna start doing so tomorrow. You gonna do our close out, and then no, he's gonna do it because he just did a close out. It's a new year, an 8 new beginning.
New beginning for 2021.
I'm gonna blow it out from the
I have another.
seat.
I just thought of it.
Y'all ready?
And so we celebrate you. We thank you guys for joining in on the Become Your Magic Power Hour, dealing in Kwanzaa. We shall see you guys this time tomorrow. And so for those of you that are on, we will be in the Zoom conversation. So if you're interested in joining Zoom, please send a message and I'll send you a link for tomorrow and you can have the backstage conversation. But as for the live, thank you for tuning in. We love you, love you, love you. Please share. And remember, you can never turn on anybody else's light, but you can provide enough light for them to find their switch. So stay lit in this world so somebody can find their way out of the darkness. This is the Become Your Magic Power Hour. Show up in your life. We love you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Loving it, want to grow. With those switches off, that's right.